that the interest is very peaked. Where the 5,000 to 8,000 people came from, I don't know. But certainly you have to err on the side of caution. We're not going to jeopardize public safety. And if that's the figures that the organizers are putting out, then I think that is a question that you need to ask them. You know, the information, the communication really has not been that good. And I really, again, will question the manner of this way this was put together, and I think that EPA really fell down on the job with this event.
Let me ask.
And they need to, go ahead.
Well, I just am curious, they need to improve communication, is that what you were going to say?
Absolutely.
Let me ask you, I'm a little confused in terms of your position on drilling, because I know that last month you actually took a gas drilling rights deal off the table for a vote. And where are you right now in terms of what your personal position is, and where do you think the county should go going forward? Because if you pull this off the table, as has been noted, you need the revenue. However, there are a lot of people who protest this and say they don't believe it's safe.
Well, I've always supported, we've done a lot of research, our administration, our county attorney the last 2 years, studying the topic, going to Texas, also Pennsylvania, trying to learn the best practice, the worst practice. And I feel confident that, you know, it's an industry that we can drill responsibly. Certainly we want to protect our environment, and I think that's the utmost concern. We know we've learned a lot, but I've always been supportive of this, of the industry. It's an industry that can have great benefits to all New York State. The reason I pulled it off the contract that was offered to us is because after our public forum, I was told by several legislators that we no longer had the support. And I think it was interesting, what you need to understand too is the revenue that was put in our budget was also sanctioned by our county legislators when they voted on the budget. So we sent out RFPs, we did our due diligence, and you know, it was pulled out the last minute.
Okay,
so the support, I would say, was pulled up.
Are you indeed going to have to lay off in order, that's $16 million that you were counting on, are you indeed going to have to lay people off in order to make up that difference, or will you be seeing some of the revenue that you were not expecting when the state is going to pass through to the counties education aid and Medicaid money that was just approved by the House and the Senate in Washington and signed into law by the President?
Okay. First of all, the offer was $16 million, but we had budgeted for $5 million. Still a large number.
Yep.
The FMAP that Senator Schumer has put through certainly is going to help us between $2.5 to $3 million. But we have made cuts all along, but it will still be a very, very tough budget. I intend to be, we've cut services, we will have to do more cuts. And yes, I will be presenting my budget in September, and there will be layoffs.
Can you tell us perhaps how many layoffs there might be?
I can't say at this point. We're still finishing our department head reviews. We have told every department to reduce expenses by 10%. You also know that retirement has gone up. We are going to be paying a lot more for that. So I don't know the number exactly, but you know, every department is going to have to feel the pain. And it's just the way it is. It's going to be a very tough budget. Sales tax, you know, go ahead.
Well, I just want to ask you before.
Sales tax really seems to be stabilizing.
I see. Okay. Let me ask you this also before I let you go. The Senate, before it left Albany just recently, passed a moratorium on gas drilling. And I'm just curious what your position is on that, because, you know, it did not pass in the Assembly. However, it looks like Albany wants to put the kibosh on this, and that is antithetical to your position.
Well, certainly, and I think it's the politicians, and a lot of it, they want to put a moratorium, but my stance has been consistent, and I went to Albany, lobbied with the property owners, the landowners, many of them farmers, to an opposition to the moratorium. Let DEC do its job. take the politics out of it. I have the utmost confidence in DEC. We have some of the toughest restrictions in the United States, and I have every confidence in them that they are doing a thorough job, a good job. Let them finish their review. I don't see the need for the moratorium, and to have a moratorium from May. We've already been waiting and studying this for 2 years, and I have the utmost confidence. Again, I can't repeat it often enough. Let DEC do its job, do it right, take the politics out of it.
Well, County Executive, I know this is an ongoing issue that people all over the state are watching, all over the nation in various different states. I want to thank you very much. And of course, we'll be checking back with you when the EPA decides to set a date. So thanks very much for getting back to us.
Thank you.